A bone is a hard, dense, and rigid organ that forms the structural framework of the body and provides support, protection, and movement to the body. Bones are made up of a complex matrix of collagen fibers and minerals, such as calcium and phosphorus, which give them their strength and durability. Bones are found in the vertebrate animals, including humans, and are categorized into different types, such as long bones, short bones, flat bones, and irregular bones, based on their shape and function. The human body has 206 bones that are connected by joints, muscles, and ligaments to form the skeletal system. There are several types of bones in the human body, each with its own specific structure and function. The main types of bones are long bones, short bones, flat bones, irregular bones, sesamoid bones. Long bones are a type of bone that are longer than they are wide and have a cylindrical or tubular shape. They are typically found in the arms, legs, fingers, and toes. Long bones are important for supporting the weight of the body and providing mobility and movement. The structure of a long bone consists of a long shaft, called the diaphysis, that is made up of a hard outer layer of compact bone and a spongy inner layer of bone tissue called the medullary cavity, which contains bone marrow. The ends of the long bone are called the epiphyses, which are covered with a layer of articular cartilage that helps cushion the joint during movement. Long bones also have a layer of periosteum, a thin, tough membrane that covers the outer surface of the bone, except at the joint surfaces. The periosteum contains blood vessels, nerves, and cells that are important for bone growth and repair. Short bones are a type of bone that are roughly equal in length, width, and thickness, and have a cuboidal or box-like shape. They are typically found in the wrist and ankle joints and provide support, stability, and mobility to these joints. The structure of a short bone consists of a thin layer of compact bone on the outside, surrounding a spongy inner layer of bone tissue called cancellous bone, which contains bone marrow. Short bones have a thin layer of periosteum, a tough membrane that covers the outer surface of the bone, except at the joint surfaces. Because of their shape, short bones have a limited range of motion and provide stability and support to the joints they are part of. They also serve as attachment points for muscles and tendons. Examples of short bones include the carpals in the wrist and the tarsals in the ankle. Flat bones are a type of bone that are thin, flattened, and often curved. They are typically found in areas where protection of vital organs and attachment of muscles is necessary, such as the skull, sternum, breastbone, and scapula, shoulder blade. The structure of a flat bone consists of two thin layers of compact bone, sandwiching a layer of spongy bone tissue called the diploe. The diploe contains bone marrow and provides strength and support to the bone. Flat bones also have a thin layer of periosteum, a tough membrane that covers the outer surface of the bone, except at the joint surfaces. Because of their shape, flat bones do not have a medullary cavity like long bones do. Instead, they provide a large surface area for the attachment of muscles and tendons, and serve to protect underlying organs, such as the brain, heart, and lungs. Irregular bones are a type of bone that have complex shapes that do not fit into the other categories of bone types. They are typically found in areas where protection, support, and flexibility are necessary, such as the vertebrae in the spine and the facial bones. The structure of an irregular bone varies depending on its location and function, but typically consists of a combination of compact bone and spongy bone tissue. Irregular bones also have a thin layer of periosteum, a tough membrane that covers the outer surface of the bone, except at the joint surfaces. Because of their unique shapes, irregular bones provide support and protection to delicate structures and organs, while also allowing for flexibility in movement. They also serve as attachment points for muscles and tendons. Examples of irregular bones include the vertebrae, sacrum, coccyx, and facial bones. Sesamoid bones are a type of bone that are small, flat, and round, and embedded within tendons. They are typically found in areas where tendons cross a joint and are subjected to a lot of pressure and stress, such as the knee, hand, and foot. The structure of a sesamoid bone consists of a thin layer of compact bone that surrounds a spongy inner layer of bone tissue. Sesamoid bones also have a thin layer of periosteum, a tough membrane that covers the outer surface of the bone. Sesamoid bones serve several functions. They help to protect tendons from wear and tear by reducing friction and pressure, and they also help to increase the mechanical advantage of muscles by changing the angle of insertion of the tendon. The largest sesamoid bone in the human body is the patella, kneecap, which helps to protect the knee joint and improve the leverage of the quadriceps muscle. Other examples of sesamoid bones include the sesamoids of the foot and hand. The blood supply of bone is essential for the nourishment and maintenance of bone tissue. Bones have a rich vascular network that includes arteries, veins, and capillaries. Arteries enter bones through small openings called nutrient foramina, which are located on the surface of the bone. These arteries branch out into smaller vessels that penetrate the bone tissue, supplying it with oxygen, nutrients, and other essential molecules. Arteries also supply the bone marrow with blood, which is important for the production of blood cells. Veins carry deoxygenated blood and waste products away from the bone tissue and bone marrow, and return it to the heart and lungs for oxygenation and removal of waste. Capillaries are small blood vessels that connect the arteries and veins and allow for the exchange of nutrients and waste products between the blood and bone tissue.